Yeah, I didn't say they were naturally alive.
Wow, that's awesome.
100%. I didn't say that they were naturally alive by the way before. You asked.
They're not real?
Yeah, I didn't say they were naturally alive by the way before.
Wow, that's awesome.
100%. I didn't say that they were naturally alive by the way before. You asked me before if it was solid gold. I said yes.
Steiny bullshit. Moses didn't bullshit you. He had to play along.
I don't want the drama.
All 30 pointers, all natural, all F color VS.
Right.
Top quality. Big diamonds.
Yeah.
Every diamond here could be like an engagement ring.
I'll speak to you, Mr. Basie.
Yeah.
Because you asked me before. I was watching the whole live stream, and you kept saying, "Oh, Moses said it was natural. It was natural."
You did.
I said it's a real diamond.
Okay.
I did say that.
So natural and lab are real?
Lab is still a real diamond.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
It's all natural.
just listen to this. I don't need to get pulled into this whole drama and stuff.
I need like 40 grand for it.
That necklace costs 40 grand.
Yes, bro. This is what I'm willing to do.
So this dude is a liar, man. All right, first and foremost, man, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and teachers at Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. This brother Yahushai Zion. And I'm doing this video on this guy because he's a liar, man. And it's not a good look. And all these dudes with all this big money move shit, man, selling shit, these hucksters, see the Most High gonna destroy their ass, man. First and foremost, this dude is shaving his face. And he claims to be a so-called Jew or whatever. He's probably not from the tribe of Judah, straight up. All right, but anyways, he claims to be an Israeli and whatnot and doesn't even follow the laws of the Torah because he's supposed to ultimately, listen, man, this dude, this guy's probably an Israelite because he got the swag and stuff like that and the sauce. This dude over here with the hat, the socks hat on with the green on. That's that guy named Moses the jeweler, right? And he's definitely probably an Israelite because he got, like I say, he got the swag and everything. So my spirit does perceive him to be an Israelite. However, what he's doing is wrong. He's just lying to this guy in business. Even though the dude seems to be like a retarded kid or something like that, he lying and trying to sell him a $5,000 chain for $40,000. And that's extreme usury. You know what I mean? Now, the guy he's doing it to is probably like of another nation, possibly, but can't really discern the dude's spirit like that because he's clearly retarded. So it's, I'm not sure how to judge that matter, but nonetheless, you should assume that, you don't know. So be careful anyways, because if there's another nation, man, the hell with them people anyways. But ultimately, when dealing with your Israelites, you're supposed to be dealing correctly, man. All right, these other nations, they're just a spittle. They're just a drop in the bucket. But at the same time, the scripture says, you should be, if it's at all possible, be at peace with all men. And this is this guy's reputation. And take a look at how, his reputation's damaged. I'll go into the comments and you'd be like, damn, man, they're not forgiving this guy. Because he ruined his life with just lying. And why? Because the Lord hates a liar. Listen.
For you, bro, because you're such a good friend of me, okay?
At the end of the day, it was a gift from Steiny,
Right.
which is still a very generous gift.
No, but hold on.
It was still a $5,000
Okay, but to
change.
represent that it's a $30,000 gift is not exactly fair. It's gaslighting.
I learned a lot today.
I need 30,000 for this chain. All right, we're gonna flip right now. We'll go 5,000 up and down.
My business's name that I worked so hard for that
You're
feeds a bunch of
gold, bro.
mouths.
No, you're
I didn't
gold.
want that. Enjoy the chain, my friend.
I will.
At the end of the day, it's a gift, and
Yes.
enjoy it. And God bless.
I'm impressed with Moses. See you?
Yes.
Fucking impressed. Thank you so
Appreciate you, my
much.
friend. Thank you.
They only
I mean, he's a demon. This guy's a goddamn demon. You know what I'm saying? He comes with a crew. These people got a lot of money. And it's like a mob, you know what I'm saying, down there in the Diamond District of New York. And these people are selling chains and watches right on the street. And they've probably been doing that shit since they were little kids. And people come over there trying to sell their watches to them. And it's just a bunch of madness. And that's why the scripture says the love of money is the root of all evil. Because if it wasn't for the money, this nigga wouldn't be doing that. See what I'm saying? And he is a nigga, man. All right, straight up. You could tell he is a Jake, man. Watch. He a bugged out Jake.
pay 25 grand.
Come on, Josh.
If I get flagged,
Come on, Josh.
I dance my ass off and I get 35 grand. Let's fucking get it. Give me the flag. Trump, goddammit. Josh fucking won.
And right there, that's called casting a lot. It settles disputes, you know what I'm saying, by flipping a coin with two different sides. Some people are so wicked, they'll cast a lot with only one side on each one because they're wicked and they want that outcome and they try to swindle people. Again, man, this is part of the things that the Lord Yahweh doth hate, man. Okay? Straight up, man. Let's go to the scripture. Stupid, evil ass niggas, man. Most High gonna absolutely destroy their ass. Not gonna get away with that, man. You can't be doing that shit, man. People are just demonic, man. Proverbs 6:16. These 6 things doth the Lord Yahweh hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, which that guy's got a proud look. A lying tongue, he's known liar. He is a liar in a matter that did not need to be lied about. And he drastically stretched that amount from 5,000 fake ass chain. All right. It's lab created diamonds. And he knew that it was, and they're not all natural. And he said it was all natural. Lab created is not all natural. Okay. And when you get into this wicked shit, it's all part of this. It says Proverbs 6:17, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. An heart, which is the mind, that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Okay, so ultimately it's like a combination of all of this stuff. Okay, so this guy, he's gonna, and like I said, your reputation's everything. All right, just like Mary, the sister of Lazarus, not Magdalene, was the one who anointed Yahweh Shai's feet for burial. That was a beautiful thing that she did, and she had a good name forever. All right, Ecclesiastes 7:1. A good name is better than precious ointment in the day of death than the day of one's birth. Okay, and why is that? Because that's when you ultimately declare the things that you have done. At the day of your death, you are a combination of the things that you have done. And ultimately, guess what? The Lord is going to hold you accountable for everything you've done. Every last thing. Like, what do you think? The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. You don't think that he could see this guy lying? This guy? He's a liar. And now when you look at this, he's a Jew. Why are y'all shocked? See, that's another thing. They got people believing that this guy's a Jew. You know what I mean? And he's not. More than likely, he's not from the tribe of Judah. He could be. We know he's an Israelite. But he don't know what tribe he's from. Nobody would know. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can trace their lineage back. That goes back to Psalm the 83rd chapter. All right? Because they said, in the scriptures, come let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that means by multiple generations down, not knowing who they were, they would never be able to know, and all records being destroyed. It was a calculated attack on Israel. But the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, ultimately through the preaching of the gospel, will gather his elect, because he said, my sheep know my voice. So if this guy's an Israelite, that's still not enough. You got to be of the elect. It doesn't matter if you're an Israelite, even if you're blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. Chocolate is, what's his name? Wesley Snipes. It don't matter. You're still going to be destroyed as blacker than black as he is. You know what I'm saying? As they call it. This ain't nobody black anyways, but, So look at this. This guy said, you can see the embarrassment in Moses' face. He's pale and stuttering. He sees ghosts, got caught red-handed. Yeah, when he was smiling, that's what people typically, when they're lying, they'll smile because something in them knows that they're so full of shit that it's funny. It's funny how full of shit niggas are. So straight up. It says, obviously Steiny and Moses knew it was lab-grown and acted like Steiny was paying that much. Steiny's whole bit is to flex, but not actually spend. 5K chain and he sold for 25K. Now, at the end of the day, if somebody's that stupid to buy something for way higher, that's on them. But at the same time, you saying these things on camera or lying, you could be held accountable. And then at the same time as well, that's also considered usury to some degree, because it's really just lying. Usury would be charging a higher interest rate than expected. But it's a similar fashion. It's somebody who's trying to basically say that something's much, much greater than it was, and it's not. And the person's paying probably fivefold what they should be paying. That's a sin, okay? That's not loving your neighbor as you would love yourself. That's not doing unto your neighbor as you would do unto yourself. Now, is that guy his neighbor? Is that dude an Israelite? That's the question. But again, just because he's retarded, you should probably just assume anyway, just in case he is an Israelite, deal regularly with him, man. Don't do that shit, man. Because you don't know what's going to happen. It's better to hold to your integrity, man. Keep a good name. And ultimately, look at the damage being done. Look at these guys going, Moses canceled himself. Damn, Moses just lost so much respect. Damn, everyone wanted to think Moses was a real one. Damn, he got exposed. Scam jeweler. Just like the rest of these TikTok jewelers. He just exposed the whole diamond game. I learned a lot today, LOL. I like Moses, but homie got caught in 4K lying about the product, and especially to someone like Josh Block is wild. Yeah, so he was lying to a retarded kid about the money and trying to just bag him for, 20 bands. 20 bands, man. That's 20,000. This dude says, as a Jew, these comments are a bummer. I could have told you all these TikTok jewelers were crooks. It has nothing to do with his ethnicity. It's because they are social media stars with loose ethics. That dude's probably not a Jew who's saying that, but posing as one, more than likely. But we don't know what's. The dude did have something to say with that. I mean, it doesn't really matter the ethnicity, but if you're an Israelite man, all right, of the 12 tribes through the Spirit, you need to obey this law. Period. The law of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, that was given to Moses of all people, which ironically. This dude said, wow, this video is deadly. Don't take it down. I have big respect for Moses, but not anymore. When this person said that, Jewish face he made when realizing made. He realized they came to his store. Gold. 42nd Street, shady as F. Well, yeah, you know what? That's where the brothers was preaching around there, and rebuking the demons out there, because this is the heart of demonic. It's the cage of every foul spirit and every unclean and hateful bird over there in New York, man. That's where the shit all basically, that's where all that stuff come from. All the wickedness, pretty much. It all comes from there. New York is nothing but an enterprise of the wicked elites. That's their central headquarters. That's why all of the nation stuff and the United Nations and all that, they go over there and they meet over there sometimes, man. In New York. New York City, of all places. They fly out there. It's a big deal, going to New York City. They know it's a major port city, like pretty much. It's just like it was back in ancient Rome. It's just like ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, Babylon, even though they were not port cities, all, Rome had a lot of traffic over there. Greece had a lot of traffic over there in Athens, through the Aegean, and then ultimately, through the Mediterranean, there was port cities where they basically would do a lot of commerce. That's the same thing. That's what New York is. The Diamond District, all these people, give me the $2, give me $2. That spirit's wicked as shit, man. That's a wicked spirit, man. This dude said, damn, Moses, you were saying it's a $40,000 chain. Said you need at least 30, but it's Steiny's fault. I'm let down. Now you're saying it's a $5,000 gift and it's fake gold. And you clearly said they were natural. Yeah, facts. That dude's a demon, man. That dude is a devil. That's a devil, literally in pure form. Like that movie 300, he goes, look, a trickster in true form. You know, because women are wicked. they'll do this in a minute. They're programmed to do it naturally. They'll lie to you straight to your face with no regard because they don't think they can be caught. But again, guys, the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And he's going to be beholding all the evil and the good. You don't think he's going to come and do something? You don't think the Lord's going to punish this sin? You know, think again, man. Think again in your little fake ass apology. Again, it's only because the dude got caught. This is Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. As we therefore have opportunity, let us do good unto all, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. And that's really talking about to the Israelites, because we don't give a shit about these other nations. But again, though, that guy, again, when he was retarded, and you can't really discern whether he's from another nation or not, because his speech is unable to be detected in that manner. And even if he was, again, you know, if he is an Israelite, that guy, just because he's retarded, that does not give you the right to try to sell a dude a $5,000 chain for 40 grand. That's pure demonic shit, man. And the Lord's going to judge that guy. And really he did, but he'll ultimately get more from that. And he's going to lose a lot of money from that. His reputation's damaged and you can never get it back. And it's better to have a good reputation than the money, once again. Ecclesiastes 7 and 1. A good name is better than precious ointment in the day of death than the day of one's birth. And remember, guys, the precious ointment could be sold for thousands. It was like that clip in 1990 Ninja Turtles where Shredder says to one of the Foot Clan guys, he said, money cannot buy the honor that you have earned tonight to wear the Dragon Doji. And he handed him the headband to put on of the foot. You know, that shit is epic, man. It's epic and legendary, but it's a fact. Money cannot buy the honor. You see, so you can't replace that. It's like the heavyweight championship of the world or the UFC or boxing. You can't go and buy that, man. You can't buy the honor that you have. You have to earn it. You know, so keep that in mind, man. The way you deal, you need to deal like you dealing with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Don't be trying to pull no fast ones on nobody, man. That shit is wicked. It's a wicked spirit. You don't need the money that bad. That's wealth gotten by vanity, man. And it shall be diminished, by the way. The scriptures say it. All right? Straight up. So with that, hey, Lord willing, it was edifying. Okay, and matter of fact, let me go to that real quick. Gotten my vanity. All right, here we go. Bam. Proverbs 13 and 11. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. This is facts, man. You know, even like throwing bets and gambling and shit. It's like, yo, you might come up for a little bit, but eventually, you know what they say, the house always wins. You know, like Donald Trump said in his book, The Art of the Deal, you want to be the house, man. Go make investments in good deals and stuff and go do good business and become the house and win legitimately. You know, whatever you're into, you know, if it's real estate, whatever, you're legitimately doing normal, legit business and you're gathering by labor, you're basically doing your thing, then you'll increase. Or if you're working a sales job, you're just doing sales, you're working a lot. You know, you're working big hours and stuff and you're putting the work in, you're going to increase. Now, if you're lying to people and swindling people over jewels and stuff like this guy, Moses the jeweler, or even that guy named Alazar, you saw what happened with him. He got knocked off his high horse selling all of these different products and stuff like that for Hebrew Israelites, trying to come up off of people. doing super chats and Patreons and people giving all of this money to him and all the tithe money probably and just spending it all, making 10K, you know what I'm saying? Who knows, a month or a week, making 10K a week possibly, and just making so much cash, man. And it was all gotten by vanity. And you know what happened? It'll be diminished because now he's no longer in that role and he's not able to receive all of that money anymore. And the joke's over, okay? The gig is up. And why? Because the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the evil and the good. And guess what? Every little secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil, is going to be brought to judgment. All right? That's in the scriptures too. In where is Ecclesiastes 12, man? All right, in verse number, let's go to 13 first. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High, and that means respect, and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, and with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Did you see that? He said every work into judgment. Every move you make is going to be brought into question and analyzed. And lo and behold, that's what will be revealed. So, if you do things, especially in the name of wickedness, Yahushua is not going to cover that. He's not covering that. Okay? All right? He died for the sins of the elect, but you're not going to use, the Lord's Son's sacrifice as a cloak of maliciousness and try to have him pay the tab for some evil shit that you do. He ain't letting that slide, all right? So, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying, like I said. And if this is your first time watching the channel, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shalom.